Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony Tier from Tony'sPicks.com. We're here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Different live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers when you get the plays from us. And also join us in our chat room. Chat's always open for you here on our live shows. To go ahead and give us your plays. If you would, make note here of our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, as I said, so you may post your picks in our comments. We always allow for that. And also, too, make note of our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing the top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Of course, get signed up to some of our long-term passes, as you will see here up on our site. There's our top producer like Ramon Scott, who's been on absolute fire. It's like 5,300 units of profit for the year. Mindy as well, Hollywood Sam, Ralph Raymond up there on the leaderboards. Sean has put up over past 7 days, been on fire. Collins as well. Tiffany, you've seen her over the fantastic past 30 days. Go ahead and get signed up. Get signed up to their long-term passes. That's the best way to roll here. And of course, that's how you roll. We'll scroll down a little bit. You can check out our latest premium picks here from our cappers right in the center of the page with best bets. Each capper can release one best bet from each sport per day. We're locked and loaded here for Friday's action. $15 premium pick is promotional. Each capper can designate a play from their card as a $15 premium pick to enter their service to new and existing customers. And of course, look at those multi-packs. Those offer great value as well. Check them out right there over at Tony'sPicks.com. You'll see them say their profit guarantee. That means these one-day passes must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. All right, let's go ahead and get underway here on Game Day Picks. Mindy with the afternoon off, just Ramon and I. So let's go ahead and bring in Ramon right now. Catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's been on absolute fire. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, going to have a great weekend here of Major League action, and of course, NBA playoffs starting tomorrow. We know we got the other play-in games tonight, but I took a look at those lines already for Saturday's action, and going to be some great series moving forward. So, look at our scoreboard. That looks nice, sir.
Yeah, it looks better because Ramon said the other graphics I do for other shows look better than this one. So I had to make some adjustments to this one. I think he still likes the other one better. So we'll see how we roll.
No,
here.
I like ours now.
He likes ours now. Okay. All right. Here we go with Ramon. Here we go. Here, Battle of Texas here. And this one is Rangers and the Astros get together here. Astros favored $1.60, total 8.5.
I was commenting on that, Tony, about this series and some of the other series, with the new format in the major leagues this year, how every team will play one another, even in the other leagues. But remember, they would always play one other division, all the teams in the other division, and just bounce around every 3 years. But they also had these regional rivalries, and this was one of them. The Rangers and the Astros said they were meeting every year, so we're like the Royals and the Cardinals, the Dodgers and the Angels, Yankees and Mets. So it wasn't really, that's not that cool, really. I mean, they were just meeting every year. Wasn't really a true championship season in a way because of the imbalance of the schedule and who you were playing. So maybe this is a little more fair. These two teams, though, are going to meet no matter what. So the new format. But they'll meet no matter what in the old format. Anyways, it's the Astros today and the Rangers in their series. This one, Houston at home, just 6-7. Tony, it's Texas. It's 7-5 right now. Martin Perez 1-1 with a 3.37 ERA so far this season, and for the Astros, Luis Garcia, 7 ERA, 0-1 record. The Astros have lost both of his starts so far, but I'm going to order up some more runs, Tony. I've been still talking about it, how teams are still going over. And I said on the Morning Steam show, Tony, I look at the board today. We got one or two eights, maybe a third, but most of them 8.5, 9, even some 9.5s. The bookmakers are catching up a little bit, no doubt about it. It hasn't been overwhelming to the over, but 56.2% so far of games are going over this season. And maybe it feels like more, but again, bookmakers may be adjusting here just a little bit. Current tally stands at 104 overs and 81 unders with 7 pushes so far. We'll take one more to go over, even with Houston, supposedly with that solid bullpen. But how about it, Tony? They've gone 6-1 to the over so far at home this season, where they've only gone 3-4 so far. The Rangers, meanwhile, they've gone over in 5 straight games. So far. So I'm looking for an over here probably tonight with these two. I think Perez, he's had a 4.22 ERA in 7 career starts against Houston, including 4 losses. Now, I have Houston certainly rated early on, probably as a top 10 lineup, maybe top 7 or so in the major leagues. So I think, though, they could be well slotted here against Perez, but still, I think McCormick, Bregman, Tucker, this is an expected lineup, not certain yet, not settled yet, but top of the order there, pretty good. Also, Alvarez, do have him in, so looks like Houston a little bit at full strength here. In fact, I'm showing this number right now, maybe ticking up just a little bit. I'm showing all the board lighting up a little bit to 8.5 over -125 now as we speak at several of these spots. No Altuve still for the Astros. That might be hindering a little bit as far as their winning is concerned. That was retroactive back now a couple of weeks. So he's been out with that thumb injury, and maybe that's why Houston not off to the start they're used to. It does seem like you had mentioned it, without him in the lineup, their one-loss record seems to be challenged a little bit. He's in there. It's the glue, if you will. So for the Rangers, they're still missing Corey Seager out now with a hamstring injury for a couple of games here. He'll be heading to the 10-day IL. So I'm going to rely on some other factors here, especially against Garcia. Probably slotted a little bit better than Perez, but still, for the Rangers, they'll make do with Semien there. I think Nathaniel Lowe, Adonis Garcia, these guys can be good today here against the Astros. I would look for them to be able to pick up some runs in this one as well. Houston is a pretty considerable favorite here today, and I took them on the morning show. Mindy did like the under in this game, but I'm going to still rally around a few more overs, Tony, in general. I'm not sweeping it across the board. We did like a couple unders today, but I still think the league-wide trend is going to continue a little bit here in this one. Usually with you in this series, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Like I said, they meet every season, and Houston always had that pretty solid bullpen. But right now I'm looking for the teams to get off to more offense, just part of the league-wide trend of overs still going. I do believe the bookmakers are making those adjustments. You see on down the line today, 8.5s and 9s. Probably, I didn't look at the Grand Salami yet, but we're going to be getting to one of the highest on a 15-game slate, one of the highest Grand Salamis, I would think, for sure, moving forward with this run, with this trend, if you will. Garcia's been pretty good against the Rangers in the past. He does have a 2.5 career ERA against them in 3 starts, all of them victories. But maybe tonight the Rangers could play there. Hey, I don't know if you're hot or cold on them, Tony. I think maybe they have the man in Bruce Bochy to kind of solidify this a little bit. Bullpen's always been a kind of a little bit of an issue, and I think Bochy's kind of the man that could bring that bullpen up a little bit with his staff, with his coaching staff and everything. So I don't know. I think the Rangers are, overshooting their expectations at this point. I say 7-5. It's so early yet, but still a good start. Houston coming in, as I said, 6-7. I'm going to take runs here today with these two offenses, Tony. 6-0 at home, six straight at home. I said the Astros 6-1, but that does include six straight overs at home so far. Let's go over tonight, Tony, in this one, Rangers and Astros.
All right, Ramon says go over the total here. Rangers and Astros over the total here of 8.5 runs. Of course, Martin Perez, second stint here, Ramon, here with Texas, has been a little better than he did when he went the first time, and also when he was with Boston. We're seeing these ERAs. Well, it's so early now, but last year was good. A little run for Martin Perez against losing teams, 11-1 team record. So he's had some good luck against losing teams. Because it's hard to say, consider the Astros a losing team, but this year they're off to that slow start, as you said.
No, I don't mind. I mean, I think you could throw him in kind of those veteran left-hander categories now a little bit, Tony, when you're talking about Perez and being able to maneuver a little bit, extend himself a little bit. So uh, I like. I like Perez as a guy for a team like this. I mean, I'm not going to be rushing to start him in game one of the playoffs or anything, but right now he's definitely entrenched in this rotation, and certainly the results are good so far on the comeback with his first couple of starts. Like I said, uh, I do respect this Houston lineup a little bit, but Perez's numbers so far, that 3.37 ERA, and in general, his numbers are very, very solid so far with the metrics. And even though this lineup today looks pretty good against Houston, I think that that kind of evens the game out a little bit. Houston is a considerable favorite here. I did take them. I think they'll win. I don't necessarily like the price. I wasn't going to put them in as a premium, considering seeing that. You see that price right there on the screen, $1.60 or so. Uh, we want to see Altuve back for the Astros. We're not going to, throw these guys out and say they're not a championship contender once again. But for some reason, when he's out of there, and yeah, they're, a little bit of a shakeup in their lineup this year for the Astros, but they're still, going to be there when it's all said and done. So I don't know. Perez might be a little bit of an equalizer here in this game. Like I said, I don't think that price is great. I did take the Astros. I think that when it's said and done, they will get it done in this game. Maybe on the chances of Garcia just outpointing Perez just a little bit out of the gate. He seems to have, even though Perez has the numbers so far this season, I think Garcia is genuinely regarded as the better starter. He'll look to regain his form here a little bit. Astros, they've won 3 out of their last 4 games, as has Texas. So it's an anticipated game tonight in Houston between these two.
All right, Ramon here, Rangers, Astros, over 8.5 runs. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. Flash that record again for Ramon. 5,382 units of profit for 2023. It's all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com tonight. Action on the board. Full board Major League Baseball. No day games, so 15 games on card MLB, 2 from the NBA, 2 from the NHL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, 5-pack coming at you in the major leagues tonight. That's my main focus. Is 5-pack. Get some of the units back here this week. Maybe my toughest luck run, Tony, in about 2 months. So the winning's coming tonight. Pick up 5-pack with me for $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. There you see that 5-pack. It's a pretty good discount. It's Major League Baseball, so I'm going to try to pass along the savings throughout the season here, and that's what I'm rolling with tonight. 5 big winners for Friday night to get you going into the weekend. And also there's my NBA play-in discount best bet. That's my top play tonight in the NBA. It might be my only play. I'm wondering if I can even get involved in one of the other matchups, but the one matchup that I do like is my best bet right there. You see it on the screen, $15. The full Tony's Picks treatment, the $15 play. It's the best bet. That's what we like to do here when we get the opportunity. My best bets are pretty strong. You can check out our leaderboard 2.0 and, use the drop-down menus. Check out my best bet record. You'll see it's pretty solid here on the site. It's a little bit better than my overall record. That's the way it should be. So I've got my best bet tonight in the NBA play-in matchup, one of the 2 games tonight. You have to do a little work if you want to find out which one it is. But a definite, still credit profit guarantee, just like all of our packages are. Receive credits back to your Tony's account. If this one, for some reason, does not cash, you can hop on with another capper or come back with me again, get your credits back credited to your account to use right here, kind of like tokens, if you will, here at Tony's Picks to get some other packages. Could be of any nature. So pick these winners up tonight. I've got 6 plays ready to go. Thinking about maybe one NHL. There's 2 NHL games tonight, Tony. One doesn't have any meaning, and one of them does have meaning as they're trying to iron out 2 more playoff positions, but division champion tonight. Colorado playing for the title, and that's the big game in hockey. Just 2 games to get ready for the playoffs there. But hop on this weekend, 7-day, 3-day, 30-day. You see it there on the screen, Tony. We have, of course, Major League Baseball, but the NBA playoffs getting underway early tomorrow. And all through the weekend, there'll be basketball. The early rounds, that's when you have to hit them. Once the games start to dwindle down, you're definitely short of the opportunities, and NBA is a good sport of mine. So grab this pass. Don't forget, this weekend there's a mixed martial arts card. I swept the board. I haven't mentioned that yet. I don't think this week. Swept the board last week with the UFC card in Miami. They're in Kansas City this week for the card, and I'll have at least a 3-pack, I'm sure, on tomorrow's card for UFC action fight night in Kansas City. And also, Tony, of course, will be looking at Major League NHL. We're getting ready for the playoffs. So good weekend of sports coming up, and I'll be ready in action for you all weekend long. Don't worry about the package. Don't worry about those short-term packages. Come on board with the 3-day, the 7-day, the 30-day, and you'll pay much, much less over the long run to receive picks from, I'll still call myself one of the hottest handicappers with those numbers over the last 3 months, since the start of the year. The numbers are there, so that'll reduce the cost. I mean, when you buy the package today, you think about a 5-pack for $30, $6 a play. If you buy even the 3-day or the 7-day, you're going to whittle that down to just $2 or $3 a play with the kind of volume that I'm dealing. You'll probably receive light card tonight, but once the NBA rolls, you'll probably be back with 10, close to 10 plays each day with me throughout the betting period here over the next month or so, with the NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs getting underway. So you'll receive full volume from me, worth your money, worth your time, and worth your dollars to play. Keep this winning going. You see me on top of the leaderboards for the last 30 days and month with some of the other great cappers here. You're going to get a lot of volume from me, but that's how we get it here at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the numbers there. 5382 was since the start of the year, number I'm still proud of. We'll get back up there. Starting tonight, Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT to save 20% off any of the pick packages over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Thanks.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Ramon Scott. You see the promo code there. And of course, Ramon has been on absolute fire here. 5,382 units of profit for 2023. Also, fantastic past 3 days. So get on board with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. As Ramon mentioned, he has his plays up for you today, right now, up on the board. NBA $15 premium play, a playing game pick for you there, single play. Also, the 5-pack for Major League Baseball. But instead of buying all these plays individually, go long term with Ramon. You want to try them out? Well, the weekend pass is a great one here. The 3-day all sports pass. All of Ramon's premium plays for 3 days. All his baseball. That covers all the NHL. There's no NHL today. There probably won't be NHL. There's no NHL Saturday, Sunday. But anyway, the NBA that we've got here, the 4 games on Saturday, the 4 games on Sunday. You've got the MLB 15-game card Saturday and Sunday. Of course, he's in action here with the UFC as well. So get on board with Ramon Scott. You want to try them out, that 3-day pass is perfect. Promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 15%, 20% off. And of course, you see the monthly pass there as well. They'll get all your baseball there and hockey playoffs. Right in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, with that 1 month pass for the baseball and for the MLB and I should say NHL and NBA. That'll be the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. All the MLB for the 30 days and all his mixed martial arts UFC. It does put in some Bellator ones as well. So get on board with Ramon Scott. $66 off that 1 month when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cowboys tab and you'll land right on his page. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we've got content for you all over the place here over at Twitter at Tony's Picks Ramon. We'll find you on the Morning Steam Show, hosting that at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. There's also picks we'll find from you over on the Discord, of course, as well as some of the embedded video on the site.
Yeah, I do have free picks all over there today. Check me out at Tony's Picks Ramon. We'll get you another free pick here probably in Major League Baseball tonight. I got embedded videos here on Tony'sPicks.com, my leaderboard video. Got a play in college baseball today, a pretty good card of college baseball action. I also got a game for you in the NHL tonight with the sponsor video. So a couple embedded videos here at Tony's Picks right here on the website. And we'll be back with more Morning Steam tomorrow. Yeah, Mindy and I will be back. You're right, Tony, NHL, nothing this weekend. I want to say it, but Monday night is the night they'll resume with the action. We don't know. We don't quite know two of the matchups yet, but we know the Kings are up against the Oilers. The Panthers are against the Bruins. The Islanders are up against the Canes. Those are the matchups that will open on Monday night. On Tuesday night, it'll be Winnipeg and the Golden Knights. It'll be Tampa Bay and Toronto together again, and the Rangers and the Devils. And tonight we'll find out the fate of Colorado and Minnesota and Dallas. It really depends on what Colorado does tonight. If they win the division and get the number 1 seed, the winner, if Colorado wins, they'll play Seattle. If Colorado loses, then you'll have Dallas playing Seattle, and the other team will play Minnesota out of that division as they finalize things tonight with that late game. It's an 8 Eastern start, 7 Central, 4 Pacific, 5 Pacific with the Avalanche and the Predators. That's the big game tonight. Buffalo is up against Columbus in the other game. That doesn't affect the playoff matchups at all. So we're just awaiting those. Get ready. We know that NBA opens, of course, tomorrow. Pretty fired up about that. So we'll have more picks, more content. Won't be with Tony, but we'll be with Mindy back tomorrow for more Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, and 6 Pacific. We'll preview the betting action in Major League Baseball, those NBA games as well, and maybe we'll even find some football content. Tony, I don't know, everybody wanted some spring football. Now we got another league firing it up tomorrow in the USFL, so probably should have found a way to merge these leagues and whatnot, and it's hard enough to, keep these new teams straight with the nicknames. Now we've got, some of the old nicknames. We're familiar with the teams in the USFL a little bit, the Stars and the Generals and the, of course, everyone's favorite team, the Gamblers. But, we'll get the more spring football going. We're not really covering it here at Tony's Picks, but probably had some plays in the Discord and stuff like that. Not quite getting the respect there with these spring football leagues, but it is what it is. People will still, I think, watch it. I don't know which one might be more popular. The XFL isn't that same league that they were trying to captivate the attention for. To me, when I watch those XFL games, a little bit too much of that. It's almost like they're all about the officiating in that league. The way Blandino's on there on every game, you're in the referee's ear, you hear the referee talking. They're almost exposing the ref. You want to be getting the information, but it's really kind of, I feel bad for the officials somewhat because they're even more scrutinized in that league. I don't think the NFL wants to quite go down that path. It's kind of exploiting some of the weaknesses in officiating when you see what's going on. Now, granted, those aren't NFL officials necessarily. They're still good officials in that league, and almost a proving ground a little bit for that format of the officiating kind of being tied in with the television. But I don't think the USFL is kind of taking the same approach as the XFL did with the officiating. But that's another story, just some more sports to talk about and maybe some more picks.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So check out Ramon over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, also on the Discord, you'll find Ramon up there. Some more plays from our community. We have a link in our chat box there to find the Discord. A lot of picks here from our community. You'll find Ramon Mindy in there as well. Scotch is locked. You'll get in there as well. You'll see Blake in there. JPZ. I don't know if I've seen JPZ in there yet, but some of these folks, we like them when they use their same nicknames in the YouTube, as you see here in the Discord, because we only advertise this over on our in our live shows, so it's going to be a lot of familiar people that you see here that contribute here on our live shows. So go ahead and click the link you see there in the chat box. All right, Mon, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again on Monday.
Here on our live shows. Yep, thanks a lot, Tony. Catch, have a good weekend, everybody. Please stick around, join me in the Discord. I'll be here all weekend. More plays, more picks, more winning. Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right. Check them out. Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern Time on the weekends. All right, Ramon, have a great weekend. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here on Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers. And participate in the chat room. Shout out there to Blake M. and, of course, to JPZ in our chat today. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Time for my play. And we are going to Major League Baseball tonight out my way in L.A. We've got, let's see here, what do we got here? We got the Cubs and the Dodgers going head-to-head here, with the Dodgers big favorites here, minus 155, total 8.5. I'm going to be on this underdog here, Cubs here at plus the 142. And we got on the mound tonight here for LA. We've got Noah Syndergaard. I really watched a bit of him in spring training. I wasn't really impressed with Noah Syndergaard. His balls really don't move. There's really no movement on his fastballs. And he's been getting hit pretty good this season. Syndergaard, last year had an ERA near 5, but this year the veteran in 2 starts, ERA over 6, whip of 1.20. There's been really no movements, and of course his hard hit contact is on the way up. And the Cubs, well, they're hitting right-handers. On the mound tonight will be Justin Steele here for Chicago. Pretty respectable numbers last year. 24 starts, ERA of just over 3. This year, allowed 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts, and 12 innings of work. And one note to note here, the Dodgers have been struggling hitting left-handed pitching. So we'll go here with the Cubs at this plus price here at plus 142. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com today. I've got plays up there tonight for you. I've got a best bet here for Major League Baseball. Also up there is a 3-pack where I put together my 2 plays from the play-in NBA tonight and a baseball game. So 4 pre-and plays on the board tonight. Get on board. Of course, my best bet is the baseball bet, and my best bet has been hitting very well for this year, so get on board with that. Of course, you can also get longer term. I have a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. You get all my pre and plays for that time period you select. When you go over to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, so go ahead and get signed up if you would. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks here. Just a note here, there's no day baseball, but we'll start the lineup today at 6:40 Eastern with D-backs and Marlins. Looks like Marlins still holding a favorite here, minus 159 in this one. And of course, in this game, we do have Madison Bumgarner on the mound against Trevor Rogers. Rogers have his struggles this year, so Bumgarner, but that's a heavy price here on this Marlins team. Also, we'll have Phillies and Reds going head-to-head today. Taijuan Walker and Connor Overton. We see Phillies road favorites here, minus 144. Total there at 10. Giants and the Tigers. This one will be on Apple TV tonight. Manaea against Wentz here. The Tigers have had their struggles. Look at the big line here on the Giants here at minus the 150. We've got Twins and Yankees tonight. Of course, there's been some pitching movement here. Louis Varland will get the start as Male was moved to Saturday. So Varland against Nestor Cortez. Yankees big favorites here, minus 168. Total here at 8.5 runs. Guardians and the Nationals. Cal Quantrill and Trevor Williams still will be the pitchers tonight. Guardians big favorites here, minus 153. Total sits here at 9.5. Really the juice here on the under in that one. Rays and Blue Jays. Can the Rays do it? Win another one here. Well, they were about 130, 135 yesterday. We've seen some money coming here on Toronto here. Rasmussen against Barrios. Barrios has just had a horrible start to the season. He had some really issues last year as well. Rays now minus 125. The total sits here at 9 in this one. Rays and Blue Jays. Next up here, Angels and the Red Sox. Apple TV to have this one. Sandoval and Tanner Houck are will still go today. Angels minus 110. Total of 9 in this one. We've got Orioles and the White Sox. Tyler Wells and Mike Clevenger still going today. No changes there. Orioles minus 113 in that one. Rangers and Astros, we just talked about with Ramon, Martin Perez, and Luis Garcia, and the Astros big favorites here, total there at 8.5. Braves and the Royals, Atlanta here, minus 125. Charlie Morton and Brady Singer still going today. And that's when this gets down. This one was like minus 140 last night when I looked in the system. So this has been a bit money here coming on the Royals. Total 9.5 here. And this one juiced heavily to the under. All right, next up we have today will be the Mets and Athletics. The Mets here are at minus 220. Total sits at 8.5. We got that pitcher from Japan who's off to a great start here. Senga against Caprillion in this one tonight in Oakland. We're looking here in Oakland about 60 degrees, 10 miles per hour out with the wind. Brewers and Padres tonight. Eric Lauer and Michael Walker are the pitchers. Padres big favorites here at minus 161. Total sits here at 8.5. Chilly night tonight in San Diego. Looks like about 58 degrees, wind blowing out. And of course, Rockies and Mariners. We got Austin Gomber against Marco Gonzalez. Mariners big favorites here, minus 176. Total sits here at 8.5. And of course, the late night game tonight, Dodgers and Cubs that we talked about. Dodgers minus 155. Total sits here 8.5. It'll be Syndergaard and Justin Steele. All right. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks, guys. So let's go ahead and recap the plays from today's show. All right, Ramon was on Rangers and Astros over 8.5 runs. I'll be on the Cubs here at plus 142 against the Dodgers. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks, guys. Make sure you be here again tomorrow live here at 3 p.m. each time. We'll do it all again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Tony's Picks, and we'll get off the place for you live in the prime time hour. And don't forget to like and subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the best numbers when you do that. All right, that's going to do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in Ramon from today. This is Ramon and I. Mindy had the afternoon off. We'll bring Ramon and I. We're going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on Monday.